Hey, what's up you guys? John from Old Running Farm here. You like my hat? Catherine made it. Today's video, I am very excited. We're gonna start putting the roof onto our peacock aviary. You can see over here we got a nice beautiful ladder that I built out of sticks. And I'm putting up the final turnbuckle and cable here just because I was looking at this. And so basically we have this 2-inch bird netting that's gonna go on top here. And so you can see we have all these cables coming from our main pole, and we'll go into that later. But so basically I'm just putting the last one in here so I have a little eye hook that I'm going to drill into this post, and then I'm going to connect the cable. Let's get to it. So the roof is made up of 2-inch aviary netting. It's a real heavy duty rope netting, and it was quite a feat to put it on. So you'll see it basically starts at the peak of the roof, and so there's a couple high points. This is one of them, which is an old utility pole that we cut down. And so we also connected everything with high strength cord, so that way the netting has something to drape over. And then I basically just went through and made sure that there wasn't a section that was too wide without any of the cord. And then it kind of just draped on top of the house, and then we pulled it down and we used wire ties to connect the netting to the top bar. Quite a thing to get it done. It took me, Catherine, and Rob to put it all up. Rob brought 2 of his snow rakes that we used to kind of push the netting up, and it was kind of slow go. You just had to kind of go a little bit at a time. The netting would get caught on every little stick, and you know, since we're using trees, all of the bark, you know, so it's a little netting, so all the little knots would get stuck in the bark and all that kind of thing. So it was a bit of a slow go, but I think it came out looking really nice. And I think it's going to be good to be done, and I think it'll be a good roof. So it's now day 2. Had a ton of stuff to do in the morning, so we got all that done. It's now late afternoon, and it's a race against the clock. Race against the clock to get this done. I really think we can finish it today. I've gotten almost all of the bottom row of the wire done, so now we're on to the top wire, or the top half of the chicken wire walls. So the roof is completely on. It looks great. So now we're just putting the chicken wire on. So hopefully we can get this done and move the peacocks in the next couple hours and maybe put a muzzle on some of these chickens, and we'll be good to go. All right, so we are almost halfway done with the chicken wire, which is nice, because once we get that all up, we'll be ready to go. So figured we give you the road so far and talk about sort of how we built this thing. So it's all built in a very similar way to the chicken village. And if you want to check out the videos of us building that, you can check it out there. These wood posts that, yes, you may ask yourself, are these trees? And yes, they are. And then basically what we did was we have 2 corner posts that are trees. So this one right here is a tree that's in the ground. So if you look up, you can see that's still there. So that gives us a nice strong corner post, so we know that that's not going anywhere. All the rest of them are sunk in concrete, so they'll be nice and strong. And then we used these top cuts on the bottom to provide some stability and just some digging proof. So yeah, like I said before, the netting is draped over some high strength cord that we have. So basically there's an eye, which is a circle, not an eye. There's an eye hook that's drilled into the top of most of these posts, and then I measured out the cord from one eye to here, then cut it a little bit short, and I tied on a turnbuckle so that you can sort of adjust it after it's hooked to get it nice and tight. So like instead of trying to tie a knot that's gonna tighten as you go, you tie a knot to the turnbuckle, hook it on there, and then you can tighten it a little bit more to make sure it's nice and taut to support the net. And that also gives some more support to these, because all of these are either attached directly to that like 18-foot pole that's in the ground or right to the house. So that gives it another minor structural component there, so that it's not just wiggling willy-nilly. And then you'll see that little stick thing up at the top there. That's to just keep the netting away from the door, because what happened was when the netting was just hanging down, the door would get caught on it. Eventually it would rip it. So put that guy in there So it was a race against time, and unfortunately time got the better of us today. We did, however, bring Pepper in here, which is it's kind of nice. So we weren't able to finish today, and like Catherine was consoling me when I was crying into her shoulder earlier, it's not like we would have been able to move the peacocks in today even if we did finish the chicken wire. There's still some finishing stuff that we need to do, in the bottom wire and all that kind of stuff. So even if we did finish all of the chicken wire today, we wouldn't have been moving peacocks. So anyway, hopefully over this next week we can get it all done so that next weekend the peacocks are in, and that'll be good, right, Pepper? Yeah, Pepper's excited. How do I look?
Great. A little tired. You're nasty. Ew, stop.
Hey, what's up, you guys? John. Catherine can cut that part out.
I'm going to cut that whole thing out.
Why? So, thank you guys very much for watching this video. We really appreciate it. Please give us a like, leave us a comment, let us know what you think, and as always, please subscribe. We put out new videos on Mondays and Fridays most of the time. We go live every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern time, so make sure you stop by and say hello next time.
Bye, Pepper. Pepper, kiss. Kiss. Thank you.